this is JC. Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. Today I'm going to show you my EDC loadout for May 2025. I know you guys like these sort of videos. My loadout changes a bit, now not drastically because it is EDC and I basically stay what I'm comfortable with, but as with the EDC hobby, I do of course experiment with different loadouts, different bits of gear to see what really works, and that's really the fun of this hobby. So this is what I'm carrying in terms of a pouch. So I do carry a crossbody bag, and this I found has been perfect for me in terms of the size. This is the Tactical Geek L3C, and I've done a video on it before, so I won't really go through everything now. Do check out that video in the link in the card above or description below. You can also check out the product link in the description. But the reason why it works so well for me is the size. It's not too big, not too small, right? It's not like a small fanny pack, but it's also not a huge messenger or crossbody bag. It's just right for me, right? These are my hands, you can see, and that's it. And it still can fit a lot of stuff. And in terms of the back, as you can see, I really like this padded strap. So it's really comfortable, and I would carry this two ways, both crossbody sling, but either with the bag on my back or in very crowded spaces, I would put this to the front for safety. But in any case, very comfortable, and the size is good. These morale patches, just random ones. This one is from Maxpedition. I think it's quite funny, and the color scheme just goes with this, so that's there just to add variety. Now, before I show you what I have in here, I should mention that I have a loadout in my pockets as well. Nothing fancy. I do have my phone, of course. This is in my left trouser or pants pocket, and then I'm also carrying a folder. Now I'm going really lightweight recently. This is really thin. It's a slip joint folding knife. This is the Real Steel Luna, but I've added a thumb stud there so that I can open it with one hand. I have reviewed this knife as well, so do check it out in the link in the card above or description below. So what I like about it is it's really slim, as you can see. It is still quite a full grip even for a small knife. So the blade is sub 3 inches, and it's a slip joint. So many of you who can't carry, blades that are more than 3 inches or locking blade, this actually is a great option. It's got a beautiful quarter stop there. You can hear it, that nice great click, and then it closes up like that. So just really nice. And if you do want a one-handed option, you can do what I did, and that's to add the thumb stud. If not, just open it with two hands. Then just very sleek, very lightweight, which is what I wanted for this. And I do have a deep carry pocket clip which comes with the knife, and that fits in. And the blade steel for this is D2. So nothing fancy, but I wanted just a nice slicey clean blade for urban EDC, and I do have another blade and multi-tool inside the bag as well, and that's why I went with a smaller folder like this and not a big folding knife. All right, so let's have a look at the pouch itself. All right, so overall there are several compartments, one over here, one main compartment, and the back over here, which is not zipped, is just velcroed, and then you get all this molly kind of attachments here. That's for both design but functionality, and I do have a function for it which I'll show you in just a bit as well. If not, you can decide what you want to do. Now, starting with the back, this I just put like tissues, wet wipes. I've got a mask as well, and really it's just for easy access. And if your hands are dirty and you want to get a tissue, I don't want to be trying to unzip the bag and stuff, so I can just pop that open and take it out. So that's really just for convenience. Now, I should mention they've got a quite unique style of a buckle system of how you can actually remove this, and they have different modular pouches that you can add on to this, and due to these kind of clips system, you can unclip it, add on, and it's just really cool. Do check out the link, as I mentioned, for the other products. All right, let's talk about the front over here. So I've got this zippered compartment over here, and this is just where I put my power bank and cable. So this has 10,000 mAh, so pretty good. 2 full charges for my phone. It's 100% right now, which is great. Charge it up, ready to go, and that's the cable. So if I do charge it and on the go, I can actually just put the wire, thread it through, keep the charger inside here, and then the wire just goes all the way to my pocket where the phone would be. So very convenient. All right, so the main compartment's got YKK zippers, double zippers if you need. And let's see if you can see what we have inside. So pretty well organized. Now I don't fill it all the way because if I buy stuff, I want to be able to fit it inside as well. So let's just start from this side over here. So the pouch comes with these compartments, which I like, so I don't really need an EDC pouch because this forms my organizer as well, right? So I do need a separate small pouch. Over here I have my Leatherman Skeletal, and I've shown some of the add-ons that I've had in a previous video as well, such as this impact head. I've also got the carbide glass breaker, and I took the suggestion from different subscribers who mentioned instead of putting the bit right with the Phillips head or the flat head here and the glass breaker in the slot over here, you should put the glass breaker here for emergencies in case you need it immediately. Just open it up rather than fumbling and switching it in out, and that makes perfect sense. So that's what I have over here. So this is set up. Now this of course has that blade. It's 154 cm, great steel, but I keep this kind of my spare blade or clean blade because I do not want to keep the Skeletal in my pocket. I find it a bit too bulky, and that's why I have a dedicated small folder which can do all my urban EDC tasks, and this is kind of a secondary blade, but I carry it for the other tools, and that goes over here, and the clip just helps keep it in place. In the second compartment over here, I've got my earbuds. These are Sennheisers. This is the CX Plus. Great pair of earbuds. I'm on Android and found this works just very well. In terms of pairing it up, it was just so easy with the Bluetooth, and everything was essentially automatic, and then very little switches to turn on and turn off. Once you really take it out, it automatically pairs, and then if you need, just control the volume or the on off of a video or a podcast that you're listening to, hit that, or if you're taking a call again, you just hit either right or left. Just so simple. And of course it comes with its own charging case, and that goes in over here. On this side I've got a pen. This is just my Zebra expandable pen, very useful to have a pen, and I like to go lightweight. That's why you don't see big heavy thick tools. I want to try to go as lightweight as possible. And in terms of the flashlight, I'm carrying this now. It's a Ubin G10, pretty new. I'm sure you've seen videos all over on this, and I've done a video on this as well. Just a great EDC flashlight, not huge. It's got functionality, of course, with different beams or intensity of the main light. You can get colored lights as well, but you can also rotate and swivel this, which is pretty useful. And at the same time, there's this clip, right, which you can pull out like that, and you can then rotate and configure this in whatever way you need, depending on where you're going to clip this to. Now, why is this important? Now, from an EDC point of view, this is small. It's matchbox size, so very lightweight. Fits in here, doesn't take up much space at all. But if I need it, I can use it. And let's say I need to be hands-free. So you're in a shopping mall and there's a power outage and it's completely black, and you want to navigate your way out. Now, if it's a crowded mall, you probably have everyone turning on the phone, so you're going to have lots of light. But for whatever reason, let's say you are in an isolated place, you're in a stairwell, it's dark, for whatever reason, again, emergency lights are not coming on, then you can take this out, and with this pouch, I can actually wear it. So I can, let's say, cross body sling it as usual in the front. Now, with this clip, you can actually put it, let's say, on a cap, right? So if you have a cap, you could put it on the beak of your cap right here, and then you could turn this to face out, and then you have a headlamp. So if I don't wear caps, so this would go in this way. I could just do that, turn this here, and then I could slot it in here. So that's where the molly straps actually come in quite useful. That goes in all the way. So very stable. I can even move the clip down if I want, but that's stable. If I need, I just turn that on, and I've got the light that is on my body, and I have a kind of a front-facing chest light going forward. So from an EDC point of view, that's pretty good for also just hands-free, and that fits just like that. So I like that. That works well for me. In terms of my wallet, I I've been using this for years. So this is just a simple Japanese design style nylon wallet. It's got zippered compartments. I've got my cards, money, and stuff like that. Eye drops as well. And the reason I've just kind of used this more than any sort of wallet is just convenient. If you have stuff like coins, sometimes I have a small multi-tool if I do not carry out, let's say, the Leatherman, and I have a smaller tool, whether it's a Swiss Army Knife Classic or Rambler or a Power Pint from SOG, that can just go in there. And then I can put in money, I can put in coins, receipts, whatever stuff, just everything fits in here. This expands, so I just find it convenient. It's waterproof, and that's just kind of my wallet. And I would advise, if you're on the go and you do not need something that looks too like a leather wallet. Of course, if I'm going for a nice dinner, then I'll swap it out. I won't use this sort of wallet. But just kind of my everyday going out casual attire, this works perfectly. Now this is an additional kind of pouch with Velcro. It is sold separately by Tactical Geek, and it's a great insert. So their insides have this kind of a soft Velcro material, allowing you to Velcro something in here. And they have two different sizes for these inner pouches, and I just find that fantastic because now it creates more organization, doesn't take up more space. This is empty right now, but I guess if I'm traveling, I'll put my passport in here. So it's inside and inside again, so a bit of a double safety. And then over here, I just have small kind of emergency medication, eye drops again, a boo-boo kit. I'm in Malaysia right now, so my Malaysian ringgit is inside this wallet. This is my Singapore dollars, so just to separate it, I keep it over here. And then when I go back to Singapore, I kind of switch the currency. So that's just what I do. So I would bring this when I travel as well, as I just did. I just came back from Singapore back to Malaysia, and that just fits just so easily, so conveniently. And that's it. That is my loadout for May 2025. Let me know if you carry anything similar. Is your loadout the same? Do you also change things every now and then depending on the gear you get? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.